Durag Diaries and Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2, and we were looking as rough as I am right now. It just wasn't a good performance today. It's hard for me to stick it on any individual player, to stick it on the manager and say this is in particularly wrong, but it just wasn't looking right. I think one of the biggest takeaways from this is Bentancur Paulinho. And do you know what? It's stupid for me to say this because this was a takeaway from the Bournemouth game, something that we thought Thomas Frank learnt from and was going to continue to change. And we went into another game against a team that is extremely press heavy with Paulinho and Bentancur at the base of our midfield. The biggest problem we had yet again today, progressing the ball from the back to the middle to the front. We couldn't get out of our half for many periods of that game. Aston Villa just pressing us, and then we're forcing the long ball over the top. But we just weren't good. I think there's a few players. Xavi Simons, yeah, look, I'm going to go out there and say it, stinker and hooked. Didn't have a good game. I don't necessarily think it was anything that he done when he got on the ball that made him look bad or anything like that. Again, just couldn't get into the game. I felt like whenever Bentancur and Paulinho are on the ball, they're working the ball to the wings. We didn't have enough people punching the ball through the middle, linking with Xavi Simons. As to why when I done my preview, I wanted Papsar or Bergvall to start in the midfield alongside him, as you've now got somebody else who's going to look to play that ball through the lines, especially through the middle. Bentancur struggled quite a few times when collecting the ball from deep and trying to get it forward. And that's a problem that we've identified a few games ago, but Frank continuously has chosen him. Now, I completely understand from an experience side of things and a defensive side of things, he helped shore it up at the back. We don't concede as many chances. We don't look as hopeless as we did under Ange at the back. But at the same time, going forward, we're taking far too much away when he's on the pitch. The goals that we conceded today, tough. Again, I think the first goal, just a moment of brilliance from Morgan Rogers. Can't really ask for much. Xavi Simons tackled him. The ball fell straight back into his feet. A nice little instep on the left-hand side. And just shifted the ball, you know, one touch in front and then knuckleballed it. You knew from as soon as the ball left his foot, that was going into the top corner. And what a strike it was. The second goal, again, brilliance. Like the pass from Matty Cash, that was just class. He done a half volley, slice, perfect. And then the touch from whoever was out on the right-hand side. Not too sure who it was in that moment. Maybe Luca Ding. But the touch to bring it down, then lay it off to Buendia, who just took his time. I think the best thing that he could do there was just not make a rash decision in shooting or crossing. Took his time, let Spurs shape up. But then as we shaped up, you could see there was nobody pressing him. Everybody gave the space and just sort of blocked all the avenues in the area that just gave him that position to just angle his body up, open up, and shoot. And eventually, look, I think they just, after that second goal, they done really well to just slow down the game, control it, and see it out. Aston Villa were just the better team in the end of the game. I think for large periods, we had better, we were playing better than them, and we had more of the ball. And it was just what we done with the ball in the final third. A few chances that we created. I think you can look at Kolo Muani for when he came on. Just a little half chance there inside the area. If he connects with that ball, you'd expect it to go in because that's exactly how we got the goal for Bentancur's first one. Just a nice little bit of chaoticness in the area. Paulinho knocking it back across, and that's what happened. It came back across. It fell to Muani, and he missed it, missed the ball. And we don't score. We don't take advantage of our opportunity. Same thing for Matisse Tell. Great cross coming from Kudus, who was, again, just as much of a problem as he has been in all the other games. Feel like could have done a bit more to try and open up and create shots for himself. And that's the one thing I'd like to see more from Kudus. He does a lot to create for other people, does a lot to get to the byline and put a cross in the box. And for that Tell chance, done really well, worked it, put a cross in. And all Tell needs to do is just tap it in, just caress it, just show some confidence to just put it in the goal, and he hits it again. And we saw him do this in the Doncaster game about 2 or 3 times, which was frustrating as it is. But to do this in a big Premier League game where we were drawing and we needed that goal to just bridge the gap, that was poor. I think Thomas Frank reacted, make a few substitutions, but I don't think they were the right ones. Richarlison coming on didn't really do much. Again, just a player that disappoints, whether he's when he's not scoring goals. Kolo Muani came on at a time when there's about 12 minutes to go. Very stop-start. Saar came on and just looked poor, gave away the ball a few times, caught himself offside, was giving away a few fouls, and the intensity just wasn't there. I think we showed a bit of immaturity. That's one thing I will say. We showed a bit of immaturity with the players that came on the pitch at the time they came on and the actions they took when they come on the pitch. So, yeah, man, I'm looking at Tottenham right now and I'm saying our next couple games are tough. We knew this already. We've got Monaco away, Everton away, Newcastle away in our next 3 games. So it's only going to get harder than it is, or was, I should say, in this game. And this was our last home game in that run coming up. And I'm starting to be concerned regarding our home form because Thomas Frank's 2 losses this season have come at home. In the last 17 home games, it may be 18 now, Spurs have only won 3. 3 out of 18 is dreadful. This is relegation form. This is what Leeds and that. Forget that. Leeds and them man have better home form than us. 3 wins in our last 18 is dreadful. We have to do better. We have to come together at home and just make sure that's where we're getting points. Because, yeah, our away record is good, but when you go to Newcastle, it's not an easy game. When you go to Everton, new stadium, not losing points, they haven't dropped points to their home ground yet. It's not an easy game. Monaco, that's on the Champions League away night, Tuesday night. It's not an easy game. So we can't rely on getting all our points away from home. We need to pattern up this home form. Thomas Frank needs to fix what is going on in that attack because, look, I don't think it was that bad up front today. I think there was a few times where they're combining, they're looking a little bit better. But the problem is when you play Richarlison, you've got somebody who runs away from the ball, doesn't create an option, and is completely out of the game. Tell gets in the game, but he drops in deep to get in the game, but then also drifts out left, and you find yourselves having Tell all the way out on the left. You have Odegaard on the inside channel, but then you also have Xavi in that space. You have 3 players occupying that left side area. Jed Spence coming out to help as well. There's nobody in the middle to collect the ball or receive the cross. So when you play Tell in the middle, he shifts a bit more out on the left. Xavi Simons naturally shifts more out on the left. We haven't got somebody to play in that strike role and be a striker. And look, Kolo Muani, hopefully he gets an opportunity in the next 2 games to see whether he can start. He says Thomas Frank did say he's nowhere near match fitness, so we'll have to see about that. But hopefully we can get a glimpse of him to understand what his impact is going to be. Because right now, I am concerned. Right now, I am not happy regarding the performances. And this is just another one in the long line for many Spurs fans what haven't been good. Now, I've been someone who hasn't been heavily critical, but at this point, we can't continue to ignore. You know, we haven't had a statement, a proper statement win. I mean, West Ham, yeah, but they had 10 men. Man City, yeah, but we always beat them. Burnley, like we haven't had a proper statement win yet. So I need to see this. These next 3 games are going to be very telling. Monaco, Everton, Newcastle, we must turn up. And Thomas Frank, there's going to be a lot of questions regarding the way that we set up and the way that we perform in these games. So, hey, you best turn it up and you best get a tune out of these players. But people, look, big up for everyone tuning in yet again. Appreciate the support. We're on the road to 5K, so make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're liking on the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How bad was the performance today? Who was your worst performer on the pitch? And what is the solution to eventually fixing this attack? Because it's just not looking good right now. Away from that, you can also become a member by clicking the join button. Memberships are available. You get some exclusive access to videos and some other stuff. And also, you can scan right here this QR code to buy me a coffee. So do that if you feel pleased. Until next time, it's your boy Durag Diaries. We're out.